Handshake it if you're there.
You do that.
I do, or I can do this as you go. Whatever you want.
Okay. Well, it's a habit. So once it becomes a habit, it's a law.
Great. I like it.
Anyway, good to see you.
Class is in session. I love that you guys love to visit. Have to break people up to have church. That's pretty dang cool. Welcome back to the PLC, the physical PLC. It's been, I've missed being here. Lujuana and I in Bass Lake had quite a time of it with the snow that we received up there. And but we made the most of it, just like our neighbors did. That's when you know how great your neighbors are. It's when you really need somebody. And we were helping each other throughout the whole ordeal. But we're back. It's good to be back. Welcome to those today on Zoom with us. Hello, hello. This is the year that has been deemed a year of living from one's core values. And our topics and themes for March are valor, vitality, and virtue. And I've been enjoying what the speakers have had to say so far this month on these topics. We have Patty Hummel with us this morning. Good morning, Patty.
Good morning.
You're going to sing a little something for us toward meditation?
Yeah, since it's our healing service, I'm going to do a Buddhist chant, Kapayata.
Nice. How about we all get settled in for a time now for meditation and let Patty do her fabulous song to us.
Tiata hum Beckenzie, Maha Beckenzie, Ratsutsamudgata Soha. Tiata hum Beckenzie, Maha Beckenzie, Ratsutsamudgatu Soha. Tiata hum Beckenzie, Maha Beckenzie, Ratsutsamudgata Soha. Hayatiata hum Beckenzie, Maha Beckenzie, Ratsutsamudgata Soha. Tiata hum Beckenzie, Maha Beckenzie, Ratsutsamudgata Soha. Soha, 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 Soha.
Thank you, God, for this time together. We are here on purpose to share our lives with valor, vitality, and virtue. We use God's power and love to enhance our lives and the lives of those we connect with. God's power is our power, our love, our strength, our peace, and our true understanding. We are so blessed to have this time together, to rejoice. We give thanks for this and so much more. And so it is. Thank you, Patty. That was beautiful. This is our healing service Sunday, and we will get into that a little bit later in the program. Right now it's time for our spiritual thought, and that will be from Reverend Missy Higginbotham. Good morning, Missy.
Good morning. Good morning. So we've had some talks on valor. We've had some talks on virtue. And I thought I would give mine today on vitality. Now, vitality is there's the Middle French, vitalité, are from the Latin spoken in the church Latin, Angie, from vitalitas, meaning life force. And where is that life force? That's the God force, right? That's what animates us. And in traditional cultures, the capacity for life is often equated with the soul or breath. For many cultures, the spirit is simply aliveness, the vital principle that animates all living things, from plants to humans, and it's sometimes conceived as a kind of material substance. But even back in the Greeks and the human scriptures, for example, the words spirit, ruach, and breath are used interchangeably, breath. Remember in the Bible when it says, when God formed humankind, he breathed into the clay, animated humankind. In the beginning, God, and therefore God is everything. God made us out of itself. And when we breathe, we are breathing God, and God is breathing us. In the Hebrew scriptures, it was forbidden to speak the name of God. Yahweh wasn't a name, but it was the sound of the in-breath and out-breath. You read the God Code by Greg Braden, and he talks about that. You see, it was the sound of the in-breath and out-breath, the breath. So when we breathe, we are actually saying the name of God. And we can make this a deliberate act by going outside and exchanging the breath with other forms of creation. Yesterday, a group of us went out and we were doing some land healing. And in order to animate us and to exchange breath with creation, we were breathing in the water, and we were breathing in the energy of the trees and the land. We were exchanging breath with the other parts of creation. I am that. I am that. I am that. You see, we were exchanging breath with all of creation. God exchanging breath with God. The very act of breathing makes our every act of breathing a living prayer. And this act animates us. It vitalizes us. It brings vitality. And we come back to the beginning. Vitalitas, meaning vital force, our life force. This breath is the God force, in whom we move, act, and have our being. In breathing, God acts through you and as you. So in consciously breathing in and out this vital force, you not only fill yourself with vitality, but become in each moment, through the breath, a living prayer. And so it is.
Beautiful, Nancy, and so it is. Beautiful. Vitality. It's time for a little music. And Patty's got a song for us, I believe.
I do.
Good morning, Patty.
Good morning. Had enough snow?
I've had enough snow.
Yeah, I have too.
We can crank it down now, it'll be fun.
Yeah, later today, if you walk out the side door, you can take a look at my poor little car. She's all kind of smashed up, and give her a little blessing because she's still running. She's getting me where I need to go,
Yes.
and I am thankful for that. My basement is flooded, but everything down there is not all that important, so I'm thankful for that. It's been a rough couple weeks, but we're all here, and I am thankful for that. So I'm gonna do an old Bob Dylan song. Ring them bells, ye heathen, from the city that dreams. Ring them bells from the sanctuaries, cross the valleys and streams. For the deep and the wide, and the world's on its side. Time is running backwards, so is the bride. Ring them bells, St. Peter, where the four winds blow. Ring them bells with an iron hand, so the people will know. For it's rush hour now, on the wheel and the plow. The sun is going down on the sacred cow. Ring them bells, sweet mother, for the poor man's son. Ring them bells so the world will know that God is one. For the shepherd is asleep, where the willows weep. Mountains are filled with many lost sheep. Ring them bells for the blind and the deaf. Ring them bells for thus who's left. Ring them bells for the chosen few, who will judge the many when the game is through. Ring them bells for the time that flies, for the child that cries when innocence dies. Ring them bells, St. Catherine, from the top of the room. Ring them from the fortress, for the lilies of bloom. For the lines are long, and the fighting is strong, and they're breaking down the distance between right and wrong. Ring them bells, ring them bells, ring them bells, ring them bells.
Ring them bells. Thank you so much, Patty. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's time for our main speaker this morning. I want to bring up Reverend Lujuana. Come on, LJ. Good morning.
Good morning.
like we never see each
You
other.
guys are so cute.
She's worse than a little kid.
I'm worse. Worser. I think I'm worser. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, so I'm going to try something on that's a little Bob-like. Well, we'll see. We'll see if I pull it off.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so here we go. Who is wise? Oh, let's do this because that way I don't have to bend over. There we go. Who is wise?
Bob.
Oh, there you go. He that learns from everyone. Who is powerful? She that governs her passions. Who is rich? He that is content. Who is that? Nobody. But we can thank Benjamin Franklin for that one.
January 17th. Ben Franklin.
January 17th?
Yeah, I share a birthday with him.
Ah,
Many of us do.
Goat sisters.
The Good Sisters.
Well, and I love Benjamin Franklin as well, and his autobiography that was done by Samuelson? But it's just amazing. Oh, it can't be an autobiography. Okay, so you can tell how things have been going for me lately. Joe and I had quite the experience, as I understand from some of you who I've gotten to talk to, have had quite the experience with the big weather that was on our mountain. Mountains. And so what I want to speak to here is that this experience of living and learning, boy, is it constant. It has been so constant, and it is, of course, moment by moment in our being and in our doing. In January, we had themes that were re. They started with R-E.
Re.
And I was thinking that the re, all along was again. That's what I had in my head as the meaning of re. Like there was Pete and then there was repeat. So it was again in my mind. But when I was doing that research in January for the talk I did then, I learned it wasn't the way I thought it was. I learned that re was back to, that the root of that was back to. And so I'd like to bring a little re from January into the themes we have for this month in March. And my talk is going to be mostly on revitalize. To revitalize, to come back to the vitality, the vitalization of ourselves. I want to share a story with you that kind of revitalized me. I was a little numb from 8 days at our neighbor's house. Thank you, neighbor. We would have been bullsickles and catsickles if it wasn't for our neighbor. They had propane, we didn't. They weren't there, and they were just a house up from us. And so we schlepped in the break between storms. And after we got our car stuck, my brilliant idea. Hey Joe, if we just go further down the hill, then we'll be racing up the hill. It'll work. And then it was thunk, thunk, thunk. We were in the snow. And then Joe's calling and making sure that people don't run in because the roads are run into the car. So he's letting everybody know. And we schlepped up, and we were in our neighbor's place for 8 days. No stove, but a working microwave. We had and their generator and their propane is set up to take care of their central air and heating, so we had warmth. No catsickles, no bullsickles. It was all good. So we got home finally the day I started to break down. And I took a nap. Remember, meditation and sleep, they're so close. I took a nap, and when I woke up, the heater was on because of PG&E finally. So we got home, everything was fine. The end of that week happened. Monday, I'm going to work, my first day back to work in quite a while from town. And on my way home, Malem Ridge, right before Central Camp, right before you can see Bass Lake on the left, has a dip in the road. And the dip, I've ridden many times. Sometimes I go around it just for heck. And the asphalt was cracking. And I wasn't planning on coming to work on Tuesday because I knew that we were in for much more rain on Tuesday. So the thought that came into my mind was, oh, that's not good. Because I remember about visible cracks and moisture going into them, and it had already cracked, so there was a weakness. So I go home going, okay, well, there's a lot of workers on the road. I'm sure they're seeing it. I'm sure they're going to do something. Thank you. Okay. She's already at my punchline. Okay, so that's what but so what happens is Tuesday, I'm staying home, and yes, the prediction was correct. We had plenty of rain. And Tuesday night, my sleep was interrupted because I recognized I did not take action when I knew. I did not call someone. I did not do a civic duty. I did not do a smart thing. I did not do, I didn't pick up the phone immediately when I saw that because I knew there were so many workers on the road, and that's what I went with. That was my story. That's what I told myself. But at Tuesday night, my being was saying, you got the information. You didn't do. You got the knowing. You didn't do. And I started to feel guilt and remorse and a little bit of shame. Wednesday, I head to work. And I was thinking, well, I'm just going to go back that way and see how that's going. If any of you have been on the road where they're doing the bridge at Feingold Creek, you've seen those white cement barriers? Well, that space was cordoned off on Malem Ridge that had the dip. It was cordoned off with those white cement barriers. And they had set up lights for that single lane point that would work together, just like they're doing where the construction's going on. And all I could think about was, I pray, I pray, I pray. In hindsight, I pray, I pray, I pray. No one was harmed. So I could have really gone and done a big one on myself for the fact that I did not do what the knowing was telling me about. And I did a little bit, but then I let it go. And I thanked it, and I blessed it for the wake-up call. It really woke me up. Why I didn't immediately pick up the phone, I'm not going to go into. I have no idea. I don't even need to make up a story. It doesn't even need to be the story of what actually happened inside my head. I just recognize that it woke me up. And I was grateful for that. And I do not have to feel like I'm losing my vitality. I get to get back to my vitality. The knowing was there. The next step, make the call. That's all. The knowing is there. Next step, go with it. That's all. So that was kind of my call to action for the revitalization. And well, I thought you would just remember me. Thank you. So with that said, the ancient texts, the good books, all the new thought awakenings, they're pointing us to we already are. They're pointing us back to we already are. In the King James Version of Isaiah 41:10, it says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will unfold you with my righteous right hand." Now, I'm left-handed, so I used to have some issue with this right hand thing. It's kind of like, what is the big deal on the right hand? I have since learned that right hand is the giving. You're giving your handshake. It's this giving energy, the flow of the giving. And the left hand is the flow of the receiving. Masculine, feminine, in, out. And so if we're in the right hand of Source, we are receiving. And as a conduit, we are sending. And that feels good to me today. I don't have to have issues about being left-handed and it being right-handed. I have another perspective from Ernest Holmes. The way he puts it is, I am a center in the divine mind, a point of God consciousness. Let me restate that. A point of God conscious life, truth, and action. My affairs are divinely guided and guarded into right action, into correct results. Everything I do, say, or think is stimulated by the truth. There is power in this word that I speak because it is of the truth and it is the truth. There is perfect and continuous right action in my life and my affairs. All belief in wrong action is dispelled and made negative. Right action alone has power, and right action is power, and power is God. The living Spirit Almighty. This Spirit animates everything that I do, say, or think. Ideas come to me daily, and these ideas are divine ideas. They direct me and sustain me without effort. I am continuously directed. I am compelled to do the right thing at the right time, to say the right word at the right time, to follow the right course at all times. All suggestion of age, poverty, limitation, or unhappiness is uprooted from my mind and cannot gain entrance to my thought. I am happy, well, and filled with perfect life. I live in the spirit of truth and am conscious that the spirit of truth lives in me. My word is the law unto its own manifestation and will bring to me or cause me to be brought to its fulfillment. I just love that one.
That's nice.
Isn't that? One more time on that one. That was just so good. And will bring me to or cause me to be brought to its fulfillment. There is no unbelief, no doubt, no uncertainty. I know, and I know that I know. Let every thought of doubt vanish from my mind, that I may know the truth, and the truth may make me free. That's Ernest Holmes, that's The Science of Mind, the definitive edition. It sounded very definitive too. Love that. Okay, so while I was looking around for virtues, just in case I was going to do anything on virtues, I saw in the Santa Clara University had put a list of some virtues. And they said honesty, courage, compassion. And I thought, what about the re of that? To come back to our honesty. Come back to courage. Come back to compassion, because we already are that. Come back to some of these other virtues: generosity, fidelity, integrity, fairness, self-control, and prudence. It's already at home in us. We get to sit with it, get jiggy with it, dance with it, play with it. Reverend Bob last week had mentioned a virtue of several of them, three. Three or more? Is that few or several? Oh, well, it's okay. The one I remember, humility. And I know there were a couple more. It is said that it is said that all is the one God, and that all of the one God is present everywhere beyond time and space. Thus, our unlimited potential and possibility. Coming back to this continuous, generous sourcing supply. He who is not every day conquering some fear has not learned the secret of life. Ralph Waldo Emerson. So I do some listening, because you know it's an hour to Fresno and an hour back. I do some listening to books, Audible. And the one I'm listening to lately, Joe Dispenza, and it's Being Supernatural. And on that one, he was talking about something we know in New Thought. We've been taught this before. And he's bringing his voice and his life force and his attention to it. And I couldn't help but feel some Neville Goddard in there. I couldn't help but feel some Emma Curtis Hopkins in there. But it's through Joe's particular voice. And what he was saying is, he was pointing, the point he was making was that our energy is completely, absolutely linked to our attention. He speaks to the practices that people can use to consciously co-create greater well-being on this Healing Sunday, to consciously co-create greater well-being. When intention is coupled with our attention in a lifted vibration, he talked of joy, he talked of gratitude. These are lifted vibrations. And when they come together, it is powerful spiritual work. The spiritual gifts that we have, as we talk about chakras, and he also has a part of his book where he basically emphasizes, he puts his emphasis on the syllable. No, I'm kidding. He puts his emphasis on the syllable. I've always liked the play of that. He puts his emphasis on the living energy of our chakras and how we can put our attention to the chakras, and the chakras already are being what they are, and our attention to them kind of opens them up, kind of activates them. Kind of like when we talk to our plants. He doesn't say that, I said that. Point is that we already are that energy. If we all have chakras, whether they be 7, 8, 12, more than we can even fathom, more than we can even imagine, our creativity already is. Harmony and balance already is. Compassion It is. Love is. Freedom, thank you, Patty, is. Freedom to be our authentic selves. Vision and intelligence. It is. Beauty, it shines. It is. It's radiant. Abundance, it is. Wisdom is. And so much more. And when I say it is, it's our very being. Every spiritual gift that I pointed to here, in my journey, my humble journey, I have to say, every chakra represents one of these. And they're all connected. It's all of the one. And we already are it. Why it feels like it isn't here sometimes, I don't know. But there's no doubt in my mind that we already are this magnificence that God has created beyond time and space. So if there's anything your heart is wanting to fulfill, wanting to be involved in, wanting to serve about, wanting to do, or just wanting to be, please know it's already given. I'm grateful. Thank you, Source. Thank you, everyone. And so it is.
Thank you, Lujuana. And now it's time for our healing part of our service. Reverend Sandy, you want to come up and assist us with that?
If you'll please, just take some deep breaths in and out. In and out. Allowing the thought of healing to just come into your mind and into your body, into every cell in your body. And every so often we can hear the rain on the roof. The beauty of the water that is quenching our thirst. Think of this water as coming in, healing potential, watering every cell that you have, helping the healing to flow through everything, everywhere, and radiating out into the world. This water goes all over the world. It goes down into the ground. It evaporates back up. It can be in the clouds, it can rain. It can go down under the ground in all these streams going out through the oceans and around through the whole world. A drop of water that drops on you could eventually be on the other side of the planet. Think of the awesomeness of this, the potential that your consciousness, your love, your heart imbued that water and took that around the world to make a difference on this planet. We have that power. We are empowered to do this type of healing, to do this work. And the more that we accept it, the more that we expand and evolve, the more that we make this world a better place. The more that the love flows, the healing flows, the consciousness flows. There is nothing stagnant in this world. Everything is moving, everything is energy. And we are learning how to work with it, how to be it, how to share it. The world needs this so much. It is our gift, our joy to be present. To be present and to be part, to participate. Oh, the world is so much better. We help each other
We heal each other, we touch each other, we love each other. And this love is what makes it all work. We flow on the waves of love. Love is the divine in action, the divine incarnate, this love that we are and that we share through ourselves with everything there is. As you focus on this love in every cell in your body, say, I accept my healing now. It is mine. I give thanks for my healing now. I accept it for everything in this world and give thanks for it in this world. Feel that flowing through you. Feel that nurturing you and loving you. Feel that being the wonder that it is. Know that this will stay with you all week and as long as you can remember it. Give it permission to stay with you for the rest of your life. To always have this flowing through you and being you. The divine loves us, cares for us, nurtures us. And we accept it now. I accept it now. The all is accepting it now. Gently allow yourself to become aware of my voice. And allow all parts of you to come back into your body. Anchoring all the way down to your feet and down to the earth's core. So that we are each grounded in this feeling, this love, grounded in this frequency and this energy. Oh, the grounding feels wonderful. The beingness feels wonderful. Life is good and we are. Know that the world is a better place because we are each in it, that we make that difference. And give thanks for that. Knowing that God is, I am, and all is well. And when you're ready, open your eyes looking down at the floor so that you're grounded in your body, awake and aware in this moment in time. So it is. Thank you.
It feels so good to hear the rain coming down. We sit here in the silence of love. Thank you, Reverend Sandy. Very nurturing. It is time for our offertory. May I ask maybe Scott and Barney to come up and give me a hand this morning with offertory? Let's do our offertory statement, please. Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. Thank you, gentlemen.
Don't let the rain come down. Oh no, don't let the rain come down. Oh no, don't let the rain come down. My roof's got a hole in it and I might drown. Oh yes, my roof's got a hole in it and I might drown. Don't let the rain come down. Ah, ah. Oh no, don't let the rain come down. Ha ha, don't let the rain come down. My roof's got a hole in it and I might drown. Oh yes, my roof's got a hole in it and I might drown.
That is the cheeriest sad song I've ever heard.
They always said, listen to the rain come down.
It's so good.
I want to thank Barney and Scott for coming up again. They're two very proud members of the men's group here at the Services Church.
Hey, that's secret. We're not supposed to. Oh, anonymity.
Well, that's the only thing we give up is, that's all.
Okay.
Nothing
Making
else.
the rules on the fly, and it's okay with me.
Of course I
You're a great ad libber.
do. I am.
You're a great men's libber.
That makes me feel so good. I think everyone knows from Zoom how to tithe toward the center. We appreciate the tithing each and every week toward each month's payments and bills that we have to take care of. That helps keep the center gorgeous, beautiful, and functioning. So thank you for your monetary that you give to the church. Thank you so much. I want to remind everybody about the frog box in the back of the corner. There's slips of paper back there where you can write down a prayer request for yourself or anyone else that you desire to. And if you place it inside that frog box, we collect those, and the ministers and practitioners receive those prayers. And there's about 18 of us now that pray for each and every person who asks for that request. It's a beautiful group, and prayers do work. We know this. So thank you for that. Any announcements this morning? Oh, there's one right there. Come on up here, Brenda.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Zoom. Few announcements. So, one, there's a sheet at the back that I'm going to ask some of you to consider signing. Basically, name and phone number. It's if you would like to be contacted when the Positive Living Center, PLC, may unexpectedly switch our Sunday service to Zoom because of weather, things that happen, or if an event gets canceled or delayed, then I ask that you consider to put your phone number and name on the sheet in the back. Now, if you, it's always on iFocus, which is Thursdays, but if you miss that, or maybe you're out of, I don't know what. Anyway, if I have your phone number, or if PLC has your phone number, we can call and let you know that changes have happened. It might save you a trip here just in case. So that's at the back if you'd like to sign that so that we can contact you. Also, we briefly mentioned this yesterday when Zoom was going on. Java Mountain News, the March issue. Positive Living Center.
Saw that.
It's right here.
Yay. Okay.
On the front.
On the front.
On the front. You might want to collect one of these. Put it in your PLC folder. Anyway. I'm very excited about that. It will continue to be in the Java Mountain News. I'm not sure if it'll be on the front every time, but maybe a lot. But keep that in mind.
Yes.
Anyway, so I think that's great. And then the last one, so there's cards at the back over there that I placed over there, and on the back of this card has the Positive Living Center scheduled events. Again, that's on iFocus, but maybe you're not near your computer and somebody might show an interest in the flute circle or the women's group or the men's group or, the drum circle, any of those. This has it on the back of the card as well, as long as in the Positive Living Center on the front information. Anyway,
Nice.
so that's at the back, and let's see, anything else? I'm not sure, but I'm glad everybody's here today, and I'm loving the rain too. And Luana, I'm also left-handed. Anyone else left-handed? Yay! The three of us?
The three of us.
Okay, all right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you very much for what you do. Fabulous. Any other announcements? Okay.
How many of you actually look at your iFocus every week? Oh, you guys are so good. Joe, have you seen the iFocus yet? Not yet. No, I'm kidding. I'm just what I wanted to bring up was Patty has been magnificently doing spiritual thought every week for quite some time. And she has a lot on her plate right now, so she is continuing to do the first and the second Sundays or Thursdays for the iFocus of the month, first and second week of the month. That opens up third, fourth, and the occasional fifth. If anyone would like to share their writing prowess, quotes that they love, that they would like to get to share with people. This is a wonderful opportunity. When we come on Sunday, we get to listen and take it in. And when we participate with the iFocus and writing something, we get to send it out. So I want you to, if anyone is even an inkling interested, please let me know, because we can have it be occasional, we can have it be a certain week of the month, we can have it be whatever it is you're willing to give and share. But we do have the opportunity, and I'd like to make sure we spread the word until we get those filled.
How would you like them to send it to? For text?
There's an LJ button in the iFocus, either as a prayer partner or something else I might have put in there. Feel free to just click that. You'll see my phone number, and you can send me an email. So it can be either way, whatever works for you. Yes?
Wonderful.
Yay.
Wonderful. Ask and ye shall receive.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so please, and thank you so much, Nancy, yes. And we've got a few more weeks, unless, of course, Nancy wants to fill all of them. But no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Thank you.
Thank you, OJ. Thank you, Nancy.
Joe,
Yes, sir.
I'm kind of moved to say something.
Oh, come on up here.
In of course, my zany way.
The microphone.
In your zany way?
Well, I've been told that I may be the zaniest person that one person in this room has ever met.
You want to be on the mic so they can hear you on Zoom?
I suppose.
Otherwise, they won't be able to hear you.
LJ's talk today, and so much of this was about we already are. And then regeneration, I was thinking about that also. I focus a lot on regeneration, regeneration. And then today you talked about wherever we put our attention, that's what manifests, and going back to Goddard and all of those folks who I've read many, many times. But so I'll just, I've been putting my attention toward mitigating the pain and suffering that global heating will cause us. And this week, I'll say this first, and maybe, I think it will become an announcement that will become very broad within the world, but I made acquaintance with a group through my converting biomass into green hydrogen and other things. But they proclaimed, and I trust that it's true, that they've developed a way to or separate carbon from oxygen in CO2 in exhausts and engines, and actually can disassociate those two things. So for the first time in about the last 30 years in my work, and what I've been doing every day, other than selling money from time to time, I really believe that we have a way forward to work and actually lower CO2 in the atmosphere and actually return back to nature and natural processes. And so I just wanted you to be the first to hear this, because this organization, Angie, I know you're there, so many times in my life I've come back to this place, and it's offered me just enough healing, love, energy to keep making the next step. And to remain as zany as I possibly can.
Thank you, Barty. That was wonderful news. Any other announcements? Anybody on Zoom announcements? Okay. Next week's speaker is me. I'll be talking with you. I can't wait to see you next Sunday for that. And let's do our prayer of protection, please. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The energy of God is me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Thank you for that. Got another song for us, Pat?
I sure do. Yeah, I have to say that our prayer of protection, oh boy, I was saying that so many times over the past couple of weeks, and it was like, okay, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. And I'm here, and it's all right.
Yes.
It's all right. So this song is called Song of the Soul. Open my eyes that I may see glimpses of truth thou hast for me. Open mine eyes, illumine me, Spirit divine. Love of my life, I am crying, I am not dying, I am dancing, dancing along in the madness. There is no sadness, only a song of the soul, and to sing this song. Why don't you sing along? You can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? We can sing for a long, long time. What do you do for a living? Are you forgiving? You shelter. Follow your heart, love will find you. Truth will unbind you. Seek out a song of the soul, and we'll sing this song. Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? You can all sing along. We can sing for a long, long time.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. The music was fabulous. The talks we gave were wonderful. Thank you all for being with us. Thank you for this time together again and again each Sunday. I hope you have a fabulous week. We'll see you here next Sunday. I'm going to ask Reverend Sandy to come up and pray us out, please.
Just listen to the rain. It's life-giving, life-affirming. And we are the life that is taking it in. As you go forth today, give thanks for the rain. Give thanks for the water. Watch how the trees are being watered and fed, everything being watered. Oh, it's a marvelous day to be able to see this, with everyone so much safer than they were in the past. It's a good day and a good rain. We had a good service and the love is just flowing. Take that with you as you go and share it with the world, for the world needs all of us. And I give thanks for that which is ours, and say with me, please, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Sandy. Again, enjoy your week. Stay in touch. We'll see you next Sunday.